Don't you know, pump it up. You gotta pump it up. Going into round 4. Onion Knights and Cloud Pods. I don't know what we're doing. Anyway, it's round 4, guys. We got the top table for you in the final. Rhys on the left with his Onion Knights. Adam on the right with his Cloud Pods.
Let's hope we can bring these people a game that lasts longer than 10 minutes.
That's what many of us have said in our time. So,
there's usually pills for that, but...
Cloud Pod is actually one of my favourite decks. I like the little intricacies that you can build in with it.
That's it. We had
Oh, and he's showing us a hand of which I only saw a tarot.
Yeah, he did say beforehand, let me know if that's good, because I usually do it a bit too quick. That was a bit too quick. But, yeah.
Otherwise, it's a pretty good hand, Adam. Yeah, well done. Play it. You should play those cards. So we have the Pinello, which means we probably have the Varn coming as well. Get these foil Pinellos in while you can. This card's about to be busted next set.
Oh, man. Again, check out our review that will be going up on YouTube, because those Sky Pirates are going to be crazy good.
So, Pinello, when it enters, search for Job Sky Pirate, nondescript. This means it can search for a backup, it can search for Fran, but it can also search for the new Varn and the new Balthier, both of which are very good mono win cards. Adam, opening the Jesse, can't complain any more than that, and the Toto is for a Cloud. Perfect. 10 out of 10, gold seal of approval. Thank you, Paul Fallon.
Let us go, Cloudpod, go.
Ooh, so I did see the rest of the hand. I saw an Ami, a Tyro, and a Yuffie.
Oof. Okay. Well, Adam was letting me know before the round that Yuffie carried him super hard in his earlier rounds when he's seen apparently one backup in 18 cards.
Hey, so. Yuffie is a house. Yuffie is an absolute house of a card. And if...
Well, the funny thing is about this matchup is obviously we know that both players are using Yuffie, so it's going to be who's quickest on the draw. So
a situation these men have been faced with many a time.
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
So, how does Rhys approach this? Because he sees the Cloud out and he knows some pod shenanigans are happening.
But he also, as we know from the interview, needs to get some Onion Knights in that break zone for the Windfire when later.
Yeah, he also wants to get this Varn down, and he looks like he's struggling to find the fire CP to access it at the minute.
But going with a Miner, though.
And with a Miner, that's a dangerous game.
I mean, hey, you know, that's not my deal, but...
So, Yuffie just talked about it. Cards an absolute house. We now know both of them do have it in their hands. And there's the Varn. There we go. Discarding the lead now. This means that Rhys is on the perfect curve for next turn.
And as we saw in his previous game, he can do pretty much everything in his deck with just those three as his backups.
So, how is... Oh, Adam did draw a Siege. I'm pretty sure I see a Siege. So now is he thinking, does he toss the Yuffie for the Siege?
The thing is, that is one of those cards that allows him to do his Barrett shenanigans, so it seems like it's almost a necessity to play here. But does he want to give up that Yuffie?
He has the Tyro as well. Tyro is another clean backup he can curve into. But it's costing resources in hand, and I like Adam's hand. I don't want to see him...
Well, we have potential of something.
3k!
Yep, so it doesn't kill the Cloud. But worth a check there.
Cloud is alive and healthy.
Luckily, we have guys that can read cards this time.
Don't you know, read some cards. You gotta read the cards. Oh, sorry, Mr. Flex. Apparently, we need to throw down the full arts here.
Man, those Amano arts are beautiful. It's for absolute sure.
And there's the Barrett, that's what we were talking about. So I think with this Barrett in hand, he probably will end up playing the Siege. He doesn't have to, because the Tyro can tap the Wind CP, and he can take it slow.
That's it. Like, at the moment, you're not facing any threats. You just want to set up, get your hand ready for when that Barrett is able to go live. We've seen...
he's podding. Barrett is free because of Jesse. And Cloud is podding, so
that
4 cost.
Nasty.
Give us a 4 cost. Aerith, add 2 back. Nice and clean from Adam.
This is what we wanted to see. Some nice little intricate plays. get us a good game going, guys.
Get the Barret back, play the Barret for free, get the Siege.
Yeah, it's pretty much your only other option there, right? Because it was nothing other 7 in the deck. I don't think.
So the Barret's free, so you could play it now, but is there any point? Probably not. Like, you want to save it for when you know you can guarantee the damage, or the break rather.
Yeah, exactly that. But
I mean, I think he's thinking about playing the Siege, because that way again he can set up the Barret for next turn.
Yeah, I think if Adam doesn't set up for the Barret this turn, we're going to see Yuffie come down, I think, from Rhys's side here.
Yeah, he's tossing the Asura for the Siege. There we go.
Okay.
Sure. Nice little plays from Adam. Let's see if Rhys can respond to this. Siege, of course. Tap, break, search for a cat 7, add it to your hand. But the break is very important because Barret's effect to break a forward requires you to have lost, I believe, a cat 7? Or is it just a card in general?
It could even be an Avalanche operative, but
It could be an Avalanche operative.
Let's
probably
find out for certain. I believe this is our gentleman.
Yep, it is an Avalanche operative. Good spot there.
Sleep deprivation might actually be my superpower.
Now, this Yuffie is going to be annoying, but not undealable with.
Do you know what, as well? It's like that one rem damage there for Adam is probably not great, because that little activation he gets in a combo we saw in his game a couple weeks ago against Jacko is really good to watch.
So, what Adam needs to hope is, I think Paul is right, Rhys doesn't have an S effect available. He's got to play the Barret, and then when Rhys enters combat is then when he does the Siege Barret combo to deal with this Yuffie. Otherwise, this Yuffie will be unkillable.
Yeah, exactly. Yuffie's one of those cards, if you just let it get away and just keep plugging in those attacks, it's almost unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Now, he's taking his time to think about it. Cloudpod is a very hard deck to pilot.
Yeah, so... yeah, we're gonna go...
He's going to get a Yuffie of his own, or a Zac. I imagine this will be a Yuffie or a Zac.
I would think the Yuffie is the better choice.
Or a Cecil. Or a Cecil is not a bad shout if he's got a decent 4 cost in hand.
I mean, it does limit the number of potential S effect targets, because obviously, Yuffie's going to have to target each one to spread out that 24k damage. So,
Nope, here's the Cecil, and we're playing off of it. I'm assuming it has to be the Barret, which feels really wrong. Oh no, he's stacking. He can stack the Siege to search for a 4-cost FF forward. So,
it's just gone with the Barret.
That I think would have been a really good play. Is if he'd broken the Siege, searched the Aerith, and then flickered the Cecil in to play the Aerith.
Potentially, but I think you're probably right from your initial thoughts, whereas keep the Siege for the next turn, where now that we can actually break that Yuffie.
Yes, this is true.
Because, Paul has said in the chat, and also, hey Dale, thank you for joining us, that if Rhys has an S effect ready, it could be deadly. The Cecil will slow that down though.
Here we go, this is what I was saying: Siege, search, Barret, kill.
Shooty shoots.
I saw Dale up north the other day, in the Yorkshire Dales.
Up north. Okay, yep, so Barret going in, tapping to break the Yuffie before attack.
Now, what's the response here? Chat is right, with Yuffie Cecil you only do have to pay once, because it happens all at once.
Oh yeah, that's very true actually, yeah, very true.
No, we're just taking the out. Just take the out.
That's fine, it's still early days yet, only 1 damage on the board so far.
It's a scary board though, because now this Cloud Pod is going to start to put some work in. He'll use that Cloud. He switched the Barret off the Siege, I believe, so he can just use this Barret on board to trade up to an Aerith again.
Exactly, and that is what's really nice about this deck, is that you can always get those Avalanche operatives off of the field to make Barret live.
And then Aerith grabs the Siege back, rinse and repeats.
Yeah. And And all we can hear in the background is Connor probably claiming that he can do someone to
Oh, he's just mansplaining again.
Apparently, though, he's not playing that deck anymore, so who knows?
Oh, did he rage quit the deck? Ha! Loser.
But anyway, what is Rhys gonna come back with here?
So we're discarding as a down, tapping 5. Is this another Yuffie?
Demon.
So, what do we do here? Do we call Earth or do we call Wind?
I mean, surely you go with the Earth, right?
Yeah, he's called Earth. Yep.
Okay, so that is going to slow down Adam just a little bit. And
He's got a hand though.
If that demon can get on the attack and strip all of that out of that break zone, that's going to be real hard to come back from.
I don't think you do. I think you, because of the Cecil, you have to swing and call Paladin just to deal with this Cecil because it's cheap. It's the cheapest way to do it. This gives Adam a bit of time. I can see in his hand a Tyro and another Yuffie. There's the other Yuffie. So, you take this all day long.
Yeah.
No.
No. Do you know what? I played a game against Rhys right before we started streaming tonight, and that Knoll did an absolute number on me.
Did it?
Yeah, like breaking backups with it is just devastating.
So now Rhys has a hand. Adam. Cloudpod isn't the most reactive of decks. It's got its Amis, it's got its Mist Dragons, but that's about it. And you've got to be able to predict the patterns. Adam giving us a little dice there to let us know that the Yuffie is immune.
Yeah. Does Adam have the S effect ready though? That's the question.
So I think Rhys wants to bait this out now. Swing, call. You have to call Paladin because Wind won't kill the Cecil or the Yuffie, and then you haven't really achieved much. But Demon can. But Demon will die to the Yuffie. So it's actually a bit of a tricky one. Because if he swings and calls Wind, he can't kill either unless there's a trade. But if he swings and kills the Cecil, then the Yuffie just kills the Demon. And already this board state is giving me the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, so we're going to go Cecil into Onion Knight.
The Knight of the Onions.
Obviously.
Does Onion Knight prefer red or white onions? Or shallots?
Shallots are posh onions and for proper cooking. Red onions are best for taste, and white onions are for if you're poor.
Oh, the more you know. Thank you, Waitrose.
It's not just food, it's fish's food.
It's M&S fish food.
So yeah, Cecil going into the Onion Knight. Now, the Onion Knight, do we have 3 in break there? Don't think we do. Maybe 2.
So, what are we thinking? We're discarding a lot, and we are S-effecting. So he's paying the 2. So we got 24k's worth. So you can only kill 2. Demon's obviously going, and I think you just get rid of the Cecil and leave the Onion Knight as is. Probably makes the most sense. Yes, that's what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
That is a good value Yuffie. You kill a Cecil and a Demon. Take that trade any day of the week. That was a good trade deal. And he topped out the Aerith.
And he's got a Cloud still in hand as well. Along with that Aerith. So going into the
There you
combat,
go. Dice back on. 1k immunity.
Now I'm pretty sure we saw an Istrola go to break earlier as well from discard. So is Rhys playing 3?
I don't think you can afford to play 3 Ashola.
So
yeah, there it
2
is.
Yuffies in there. The Istrola's in there. That Rhys's break zone is stacked, but I don't think he's going to have much in the way of recursion.
This means he's got a lot of Red Onion Knights in the deck still.
Tasty.
Shallot Knights over here.
Okay.
So, there's the Clouds. So we're not playing the Aerith. I can appreciate this because he wants to give up. Really?
Get. It's more powerful. Scientifically proven to be more powerful. Yeah. So we know the Aerith is in hand.
On a side note, Adam is now uninvited from Poker Nights.
Why?
Because man's got the tells.
You know, if he's going to walk in with a solid gold encrusted deck or something like that, then you know.
Oh, see this full art ace?
Yeah, just.
Actually, that was a bad example because that actually does exist.
Yeah. Poor cadet.
Ooh, Cecil. Ooh, Ledner. Ooh.
Now
that's a board.
This could be a stall tactic here.
That is an impressive board because Ledner, for those of you that remember from earlier, it's quite hard to kill.
Yeah, every time I see that, I kind of always want to pronounce it Kledner though, because it's
Kledner.
Because slightly Welsh.
Kledner of Llanelli.
Yeah.
Oh god, I butchered that. Anywho, so not only do you have to discard 2 to remove that counter from Ledner, you also got to pay 2 for the Cecil. That's 6 CP to kill a forward. That man could just stand there.
The thing is, though, is like surely you could leave it on the field for a little bit, just focus on getting rid of the Cecil and probably the Onion Knight along with it, and leave the Ledner till last.
But he won't be able to do any damage because Ledner will just tank all the hits.
Yeah, this is true.
So here's the Aerith. We get back probably a Barret and a Siege, I would imagine.
You'd think so, right?
What Adam could do is swing, and then if the Ledner does block, then discard, because then Ledner would have still taken the 8k damage and will die. That's probably the easiest way to get around it.
The thing is, even if the Ledner is going to take the block and nothing much else is going to happen, you've got to keep attacking with that Yuffie. Keep it as difficult to get rid of as possible.
He's getting a Yuffie and a green card for the fodder needed to pay for it. And he can kill the Onion Knight and the Cecil. No. Nope, we're changing our minds. We are going for the Barret. And there's the Barret. See, we're trading it in. What other 4? Another? There can't be another area. So what else have we got? Warrior of Light? It's the best Warrior of Light, sure. Yeah.
When in doubt.
Still doesn't deal with this Ledner wall.
No, this is true.
That being said, it does put Rhys on the clock.
Yes, absolutely. And really, I mean, are those 2 cards in Adam's hands necessary to keep?
Well, I would go fishing now. I would just go fishing with the Warrior of Light and the Yuffie and see if he bites. So you swim with the Warrior of Light, and he has to take the Warrior of Light and the Yuffie damage, because if he blocks with the Ledner, Adam will just discard.
Yeah, I completely agree. So
yes, this is top table, by the way.
Yeah, so this will decide our winner for the evening.
There's 2 cost Onion Knight. He's a ninja on the dance floor.
Is that like a really bad cover band of Panic at the Disco or something?
I believe it was actually the Midnight Beast. Do you remember those guys?
No, man.
That was like proper tween, hot borderline emo.
I bet you also like Twilight, right?
Jesus, I'm not an animal. Although from sources, the books are not that bad.
My friend in uni read them, and she said they were abysmal. Big shout out to Ren. I know you won't be watching this, but big shout out to her.
Also, big shout out to Ben, my uni housemate. He was average, but I just wanted to shout him out anyway. He wasn't average, he was a lad. Anywho, so Rhys is on the clock.
Yeah, Adam's board is looking very stacked.
Does he have the out?
Paul raises a good question in chat. Why do you have a Twilight shirt? He's wearing it right now, guys.
Oh no, I only wear that in bed.
And no wonder Paul's got those pictures then.
It was a breaking dawn.
Oh god.
So I lost the bet, alright? You know the answer. Don't ask questions you know the answer to.
Okay.
So, how do we deal with this?
Probably pray and hope.
Does he have the Onion Knight fodder is what I want to know. Because that Onion Knight is going to deal 3 lots of 9k.
I'm pretty sure there was only 2 Onion Knights in that break zone.
I think that's what they're talking about. So what we do is we Yuffie special, discarding 2 and GG.
Well, you have to get
Oh
rid
no,
of
we
the-
can't though, because we don't have the correct. He's got an Aerith in hand.
But you can't use the... Well, I suppose you could Cloud Pod the Aerith into something.
He's a card off. Ledna is the one that has to die, so I think he just runs into the Cecil. So he Yuffie S's. Actually, he doesn't even really need to. He can just swing with the Warrior of Light, swing with the Yuffie.
Yeah.
That's 5/6.
So we're going with the Yuffie again.
Yep.
Rhys potentially having a response here.
I wish I had that when the police pulled me over for speeding.
I got nothing.
No. Neither did they, but they still did me. Corrupt system. Alright, moving away from topical conversations. Yep, so this Yuffie's going in.
Up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh no, so it is...
There's the S
activated,
effect. There's
so,
the S
yeah.
effect. Now,
So it's
pain
the
2 and discard 2, and that.
Yeah, just... Can you take out all 3 here?
The Onion Knight's a bit of an issue because the Onion Knight could cheat something in.
To be honest, you target all 3, you deal 8, 8, and
8.
8, and then just attack with Warrior Light, ping for the last couple on the Onion Knight.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what he did.
And there's another
5.
note.
Warrior of Light's got the ping to finish off
Yeah,
the Onion
there
Knight.
we
Yes.
go, that does that.
Does he have a tag in?
He's looking, he doesn't seem to have those Warrior, the Onion Knights there. So I think he would have paid for it by now, surely.
Yeah, he would have. And it's the tensest moment of the night to decide everything. Can the Onion Knights find the taste of victory? Nope.
Not this night.
Nope.
Not this night.
He was cooking, and he burnt the toast.
And going in on a set.
There we go. Adam taking the win of this evening's Road to the Winter Cup with Cloud Pod. I like to see it. I like it.
Fantastic. So we will do a quick be right back, guys, and we will get Adam over here for a quick and final video. Be right back.
Alright guys, we're back with our final interview of the evening with our winner of today's locals, Adam. That was a pretty clean game, all things considered. How do you feel?
Pretty good. Although I would say though, one thing we were chatting about at the end, you didn't realise, there was a stage early on where you didn't realise that Cecil, you had to pay 2 for all of it. You could have Yuffie'd and killed me early on, but you didn't realise. So I kind of got lucky that didn't realise.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I also made that mistake, and it wasn't until chat said that no, you just pay it once that we
Yeah.
realised.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, that game was good.
Because it was a pretty scary board state, because at one point I think both of you at some point had both Cecil and or Yuffie in some combo, which made for some pretty unbreakable boards. So how are you thinking about working around that?
I guess for the most part, knowing that if he's got a Yuffie and I've got a Yuffie, if you want to, if you make them both hexproof, then we've got a trade, and that's not too bad. Because if I've got a Cloud, I'll just find another one at some point. And eventually, if I can Cloud's Aerith into Yuffie and then just do it all over again, I can kind of rebuild faster than he can. So that was kind of my plan.
I mean, Cloud Pod is a very fun deck. I mean, where have you gone with this? What's inspired you to pick this up, and why should people be looking out for this deck?
It's tricky. I found a list on FFTCG and I was just like, oh, that's really cool. It's using all the avalanches that came out in Opus 1918. Used the starter Barret, which I thought was bad, but it's actually one of the best cards in the deck. It just seemed neat. Sorry, was a question why people should play it. It's just fun. It's just getting to use Pod Cloud is just it's just because it's an old card too. It's just nice when old cards get to see strong competitive new a home in a new competitive deck. So yeah, it's just kind of nice to play with old stuff again. And also, the decks, it's just interesting. It's very, not combo-centric, but it's a little like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where, sometimes you do the decision tree of a turn once you've got Pod Cloud up is massive. It's like, do you go, like, Barrett into Aerith, get some stuff back, do more Barrett things, or, like, Pod Cloud into Aerith into Yuffie, stand up Cloud, do it Cigar. Like, your decision tree is enormous, so it's, like, really interesting. It's, like, a nice little puzzle to think about. So yeah, I'd say that's why you should play it. It's good fun.
Nice. Is there anything from the new set you think goes in this deck? And if not, what is it that you're looking forward to in Opus 21?
That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest. I don't think so. I don't think the deck gets any particularly fun new tools. Can you guys think of any? I can't think of any off the top of my head, sorry.
No, and you'd think we would after doing a set review last night, but for 4.5 hours. But okay, is there anything from next set that you are looking forward to? Anything particular?
Wildfire Fantasy, I think. I look forward to playing that. Like, I played it back in Opus 10 when it was Fire Earth. It was great fun, so looking forward to playing some Fire Ice. Will it be mega competitive? I don't think so, but it'll be fun.
I think that deck needed something like a Shinju to just tie it all together, where you could play the Waff cards off of any CP, and then suddenly the whole possibilities just open from there.
Oh no, another deck that needs a colour fixer? Shock.
That's the way decks be going these days. So we got the Winter Cup obviously coming up. Have you had already some inkling thoughts as to what you may be looking forward to, considering? Obviously, you don't have to spoil any major tidbits, but what's your first instinct leading you towards?
Honestly, probably Pod Card, I'd say. I played it during the last Winter Cup and I did pretty well. As long as it doesn't become really weak in meta game and not worth playing, I might just play that again. It's just a fun deck. That thing seems to have stood the test of time. So yeah, probably that.
One last card I wanted to talk to you about, because I didn't see you play it in most of the games, but I wanted to ask about Zac, because Zac was one of the legends that just came out. But it seems to fit in the deck, but it doesn't. So I don't see people playing that much. What's your thoughts on it?
So it's kind of like if you've got a board of Cecil and Yuffie, and you've got an Aerith and a Cloud pod to do. In the past, you only had 2 good ones, so you not be able to do it. But Zac gives you another thing to sort of pod into, and then also kind of gives you some resilience. If your opponent wipes your board, well, you just go and find a Cloud, and then on your turn you just start all over again. Because when it leaves the field, not even if it gets Shantottoed, it's still left the field, so you just get to play Cloud again. So it just kind of lets you Cloud. It kind of keeps the Cloud around a little bit more. The list, an updated list I saw was running Zac and Fina, so you could in theory Pod Cloud, Zac into Fina, and then use Zac's trigger. I didn't bother with it. It seems a little bit too magical Christmas landy.
Well, it was a very good deck, and it carried you to victory today, so congrats on the win.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Alright, I think that will just about do us for this evening.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Finish off a bit early because we only did 4 rounds. But again, check us out on all our socials, and obviously go to comicactors.com for everything you could possibly need from us.
Check out the affiliate links, buy your tickets to Winter Cup, and we'll see you next week for another rendition. Have a good night, guys.
Ciao.
Have it.